When learning about yourself and your shadow traits, you have to remember that you are always changing. If you apply what you've learned to your life, you have changed. We change constantly. A person who knew you a year ago may not know you today because you are no longer the person they knew. For instance, I am an INFJ. I have always typed as an INFJ. INFJs are usually creative, caring, reserved, introverted, and highly sensitive. This adds to my empath sensitivity. INFJs enjoy thinking about deep topics and contemplating the meaning of life and want to make a positive change. But on the subject of change, I have been typed as an INFP twice in the last year. Twice isn't much, but the test results said that since I have marginal or no preference of perceiving over judging, I scored 3%, that I may get a result of an INFJ or an INFP. INFPs tend to be introverted, idealistic, creative, and driven by high values. They want to make the world a better place and gain understanding of themselves and how they fit into the world. They are also interested in how they can help others. INFPs typically rely on intuition and are focused on the bigger picture. INFJs are much more attuned to their own feelings, good or bad. INFJs usually focus on the emotions of others, but is considerably less in touch with their own feelings. So, what's the difference between judging and perceiving? They're about how we approach life, whether it's in a structured way or an open, flexible way. Judgers approach life in a structured way, creating plans and organizing their world to achieve their goals and desired results in a predictable way. Perceivers perceive structure as being more limiting than enabling. They prefer to keep their choices open so they can cope with many problems that they know life will put in their way. They are generally curious and like to expand their knowledge, which they will freely acknowledge as being incomplete. Now, what happens when an INFJ learns that it is okay to care about themselves? What happens when an INFJ focuses on self-care? What happens when an INFJ decides that they want to learn more about who they are and why they are the way that they are? What happens when an INFJ experiences personality changes? When they become more open and learn that everything doesn't need a plan all of the time? So, can a person's personality type change? According to 16personalities.com, according to most personality type theories, the individual type is inborn and doesn't change. However, individuals can develop traits and habits that differ or even contradict the description of their type. Your basic personality type cannot change. However, you can and should change aspects of your personality that you are unhappy with. By doing this, you will strengthen your shadow traits and become a more well-rounded individual, even though your dominant traits will still remain the same. Such a change could be triggered by either the environment you're in or your own will. Once I compared these two types, I understand why I type as both sometimes. Because sometimes I am self-disciplined and decisive. I like to create plans and organize things to achieve my goals. Sometimes I'm more focused on other people than I am on my own feelings. But sometimes, especially in the last 2 or 3 years, I've become more open and my thirst for knowledge, theories, the future, and my adaptability has changed because I have changed. The more I learn, the more I know I need to learn more. In many ways, I am both a judger and a perceiver, just not at the same time. and I expect that this may change as I continue to grow and change. Studying history will do that to you. It will change your perception on many things. Things that have been ingrained in you since childhood will come into question the more you learn. My belief about the nature of reality has changed. So I'm not only concerned about the present, I'm also very interested in the future. I feel like I was holding myself back for a very long time, and I'm ready for new experiences. So right now, it appears that sometimes I'm a judger and sometimes I'm a perceiver. If you are an INFJ or an INFP, and sometimes you type as the opposite, please comment below and let me know what you think about the topic. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.